Hey everybody, and welcome to today's Silver Log. It is the 3rd of June 2011 and it is a Friday. We'll start off within this daily chart, and I've added what looks to be that of Bollinger Bands, and well, they pretty much are a little bit different of a calculation that works within volatility. I'll go over that in just a little bit. But before we do, let's go over the market in general. It's stated as that of neutral. The reason why is because this blue line, the 18 period average, is flat and the market is trading within this range. If that's the case, then I'll label the market as neutral. Now, as far as this previous resistance level, it has become support. Whether it will hold as support, well, that's another question. If it doesn't and it breaks below this line, it's going to go back into a bearish point of view. The resistance line has been met at this significant Fibonacci level on 2 occasions. So if it does find this higher low, and manages to get above it, it really should be breaking it towards the upside. But because it's not doing it and it's taking its sweet little time to do something, then that not only gives us more emphasis towards a neutral state, but that the market could also break down towards the downside. Now, as far as this upper and lower band. The way that this is calculated, which is fairly similar to Bollinger Bands, but again, not really. What I do is I take this, for the upper band that is, I take this 18 period average of highs and I multiply it by triple the average volatility over 18 periods. The volatility is by taking the highest point in a day, subtracting the lowest point and dividing it by the lowest point, which has been about 5%. So therefore, the upper bands are approximately 15% higher than this level in here. So at 36.95, then that would, on a 15% increase, bring it up to about 42, which is exactly where it happens to be. Now on the downside, it pretty much does the same thing, but instead of using the average of highs, it uses the average of lows, and it adjusts the percentage base for that of negative. For example, 10% up is not the same as 10% down. No, it's 9.09% down. And that's how this has been calculated. So within here, it was holding on big towards this level, as it was with the regular Bollinger Bands as well. It stayed above it for a little while, and then it finally broke down. It stabilized within this period of averages in here, and what you'll notice within the regular Bollinger Bands is they're down here and up here. And these ones are much different because of the increase in volatility. The difference from point A to point B is much larger from here to here as it was back in here because there wasn't as much volatility back then. And the reason why I wanted to put volatility as this gauge is because when volatility goes higher, that means the moves both up and down can be grander. Thus, that's why it's positioned the way that it is. Alright, now let's move this on to the quarterly chart using the same algorithmics. And this 18 period average of highs has hit the Bollinger Band, or I shouldn't say Bollinger Band because it's not a Bollinger Band. The upper band on one occasion pulled back to the 18 period average of highs. Then again, it hit this band and stabilized towards this area. Did not find support here, and rather it found support at a higher level. Came back up to this level in the March '08 highs. Came back down towards this average in here. And then just most recently again, it has reached those highs and is now stabilizing within this area. And this level hasn't been touched for a while, nor would I expect that to be the case. Overall, again, this is an extremely bullish chart, but you're also using inflation on your side, which is the reason why I'm investing within the physical metal. Now I'm still noticing that the price controls are being used within the major companies. I'm at goldshark.com, and it's a pretty cool web page. What I like about this is you can find the lowest price, or at least different prices for silver and gold. So because this is a silver log, we'll talk about silver. For 100 ounces of Eagles, the prices that are coming up show for at a Texas Instruments, a 1 to 3 day estimated shipping time, $4,000, which works out to $40 per ounce. So they're staying within the price controls, which I'm not a big fan of it, but because the market's manipulated, what you'll notice, what you'll notice are all of these companies selling their products. Now this has got estimated days of 28 days. I'm not a big fan of this personally. If I'm going to be ordering silver online, I want them to be shipping it within the next business day. That's my priority. If you don't mind waiting when they say there's going to be a delay, that's up to you. This tells me more towards a disconnect though. So you get all of these different prices. APMEX at $41.58, and they're only waiting a day to 3 days. Kitco, $43.92. Now, if anybody has these prices, or any of the prices, over the last so many months, for that matter, on a daily time frame, that would be pretty cool, because I've had so many people that have been stating, okay, I want to know what the eBay prices are, because they're the real ones. And that would be pretty cool to, instead of showing the chart within the COMEX price, the price that is charged by the real dealers, like the APMEX and the Gainesville, and so on and so on. Also, what you could do is you could take the price from the dealer divided by the spot price, and that will give you a premium. Therefore, what would be interesting is to know what the premium is in here, back in here, maybe back in January, February, when the price was around $29 an ounce, how much it was when it was $23 an ounce in October, as well as $18 an ounce last year. That would be pretty cool to see a chart, because right now at $36 an ounce, when we look at these prices, we can see for the most part that they're about $5 or so over a spot. And with that being the case, that means that that's about 15% of a premium or so. So this is a pretty cool page. It's goldshark.com. On the blog, on the silverlog.blogspot.com, I have added this little chart in here. If you want the silver or the gold one on there, let me know. If not, I'll just leave it as is. You click on the link there, that will also take you to the page. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.